All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do group well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Adawan Ratazah, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And the Wadiya Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, what plus what equals prophecy? Okay, what plus what equals prophecy? Now, Barakatah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, immediately the precept in Amos 3 comes to mind. So I'm going to snag that real quick. So what you have to understand as we are waiting and serving, being about our Father's business, okay? Look at this. All the tribes are guilty. While we are waiting, okay, there are in particular things that need to take place for in particular prophecies to be fulfilled. And you having that knowledge, receiving that information, all right, is very vital in this walk, and it leads to your stability. Okay, so with everything that's happening and taking place, our minds are being inspired through the Rakakwadash, all right, having the correct doctrine. We are critiquing, analyzing, and processing events in real time, and then breaking it down prophetically through the Holy Spirit, all right? So, Esau had to create, or was given the ability to create AI, and that's what he's using right now to keep himself in this leg race of rulership, all right, which it's a fixed fight. So he's just running in vain, all right. But real quick, Amos 3:7, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So you have to understand that even the signs are a secret. Okay, people don't look at earthquakes, pestilences, rumors of war as a sign. Now, even you could have Christian talking points, and they're not in the spirit. Okay, they may be even able to mention, oh, Jesus is gonna return, but they don't got it either. They don't got the secrets. Okay, they don't got the secrets. They don't have the ability to break down prophetic math. All right, and remember the word math. The word math goes into the word amath, which means truth. Okay, so 1 + 1 = 2. So what plus what equals prophecy, and this is what helps you on a day-to-day. And now wow, well, tariff plus that could lead to that, and Amalek plus that could be that. So you can see how it's at the door, but those are secrets. Okay, that everyone hasn't been given the quote unquote cheat sheet. We have the actual answers, but we're waiting for the question to be asked. See, we're waiting for the question to be asked, then we can give the answer. Now, just like when somebody comes up to camp and they say, that's a really good question. Just like in the times of Acts, that the disciples said, are you going to restore the kingdom now? That's a good question. But in that time and in that context, Yahushua said, you don't need to worry about that right now. See, but we're in the time where we can worry about that, if you will. We're hastening the day, but there's in particular signs that we need to have a full confident hasting. Now I'm still in the NLT, but I want to check something out. Let's put this red letter on so we know that who's speaking is Yahweh Shai. Okay, I always like to say GMS red letter. All right. Now let's go down to this, because this precept came to my mind while I was speaking. And mind you, I'm in the NLT. All right. But let me see right here. See, look at this. Matthew 26:34. It says, however, no one knows the day or hour when these things will happen. See, so those are secret signs. Secret signs are given. Little sign, big sign, still a sign. See, still a sign. So even with this teaching and mindset, that proves that we are the hopeful elect. Okay, all we do in the spirit is hope for good. I hope it's going to happen. I hope that's it. I hope it's this. See, and then if it isn't, okay, that's fine. It ain't quite time yet, but we're going to hope when we see another sign. Okay, And it says, however, no one knows the days, the day or hour when these things will happen, not even the angels in heaven or the Son himself, only the Father knows. But then we've been given secret signs, okay? And one of them is what? The days of Noah. So this plus this equals that. So we're already past this prophecy. It's like a question. Okay, so this is done. You can look through, okay, Deuteronomy 26:8, that's done. So you look, Jacob's trouble, that's not done yet. Daniel 12:1, that's not done yet. So we're seeing the buildup to what plus what equals that prophecy. So it's almost like a prophetic checklist. So you just check, that's done, check, that's done. This is the mindset that you want to have in this walk right now to keep yourself in that hopeful elect mindset. All right, moving forward. Now, real quick, let me get this. Let me see. Look at Matthew 24:44. You also must be ready at all time, for the Son of Man will come when least expected. And that's always stood out to me, meaning it could even happen where we're not even thinking. Of course, we're still looking for the signs, but it could be on a just, going to work, man. And you say things, you say, I hope this, that, and hope that. Then you're busy, caught up, and then bam. Breaking news. Everybody's running to the TV. Everyone's all in a somber spirit. Now you want to take it serious. See what happens when the answer is revealed, and the answer is prophecy, but not everyone is asking the right questions to get that answer. So it's a blessing that we got it now. Now there's an in particular precept in here where I got to find it in the KJV. Let me see here. Let's go down. Let's put right here. I just want to see it. At the door. Just want to see. I thought it was 44. Give me a moment. Come on, Blue Letter. I thought it was 44. Oh, you're not going to give it to me right here? Okay, I'll get it myself. So let's go right here. We got the KJV on, and where is it? Matthew's 24, and I think it's 44. This pass. Keep going down. Let me see. Yes. Okay. No. Let me keep going. I like that one, so I guess we'll keep that. Okay, so let me put this in. Haven't got that in a minute. It is even at the door, which is probably right in around 34. What I say, 34 or 33. Right in me face. Matthew's 24 and 33. Matthew 24 and 33. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things. But wait a minute. This is why Yahushua said, bless your eyes, because what you see, others don't see. So you're over here like, well, that, oh man, plus that, oh my goodness, that could be the lead, that could be the MOT. So we're sitting here, it's like a Rubik's Cube to a degree. You put this, what move plus what move will give you that color. All right, we're looking for the color of prophecy. We're looking for, so the point is, we are actually looking for, the signs that are not vain. This is why you have people that are into conspiracy theories. They get all bugged out. It's like, well, that ain't even really that important. I get it, and I'm sure there's something with that, but that ain't even the meat and the potatoes that we need to eat off of. See, just like something simple as IUIC marching. Like, bro, what is that pertaining to prophecy? Okay, I get it, or the Jakes, they sound good, but what is that doing as far as prophecy being fulfilled? Okay, because you got to think about Ezekiel 37, that prophecy's already came to pass. When you look at about the Great Awakening, that already happened. Okay, marching down the street is not bringing the MOTB closer. Okay, so we look at things that are very important pertaining to the picture of prophecy. That's what we like. We like the puzzles. That bring the picture of prophecy together. Okay. Outside of that, yeah, sounds good. Cool, barbecue, shalom. But yeah, we want prophecy to happen. Okay. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, you shall see, but not everyone can see what you see. Not everyone's a prophetic mathematician like you've been allowed to be. And since I said see, we have to get this. What did our Lord and Savior Yahushua say? Matthew 13 and 16, but blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. See, so when you're seeing these signs, not everyone is taking it like you are. At work, I'm watching Esau look at the stock market, and he's not looking at it the way I may be looking at it. Okay, so we have a different eyesight. Just like Rev 13 and 10, it says, he that has ears to hear, let him hear. Not everyone can hear. Not everyone can hear this. Not everyone can see this. Not everyone can understand basic math. But it's not basic because Sirach. See, I was going to start with 2 Ezra 15, but we go with the Spirit takes us, man. Okay, just like Yahushua told Nicodemus, it's like the wind. Let me get Sirach 3, and I think it's 24. Watch this. So, maybe basic to us, but we're still humble because we understand that this isn't basic. Okay, Sirach 3 and 23. It says, "Be not curious in unnecessary matters." Exactly. You might go down the rabbit hole, and you're like, man, I'm not about to watch no videos about the reptilian people. I could see why they're bugged out and think that, but Esau is the serpent, but even the serpent is actually a literal man. So you understand there's information that's not needful. Remember, making many books, there's no end. We just need this plus this to equal that. So if this plus this don't equal that, I'm really cool off of it. It's vain. We want solid, okay? We don't want fluff. We don't want vanity. We want sure proof. Numbers. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, which that's what TikTok is, man. Even though there's some truth on there, there's a lot of unnecessary matters on there. And me personally, I don't go on it. I'll watch videos that brothers may send, but outside of that, me personally, I'm just saying for me, every brother's different. Okay, I just stay away from it. I don't personally need it for my looking glass that I'm looking through as a watchman, Adon Ratazah, set up as a predestinated elect. I pray I am. That's why we're of the hopeful elect, though. Be not curious in unnecessary matters. Like, look at the whole Russia-Ukraine thing, and Jake was losing their mind. No, bro. It says wars and rumors of war. Relax. We still even get the mark yet. So you're not even in the right spirit. You don't even know. That's why you're not blessed, because you're not reading. That's why you got to constantly read. I'm speaking to myself first. Always finding ways to read this, read a chapter here, go through a breakdown there, because you have to. You have to keep the spiritual numbers of prophecy rolling through your brain. All right. If not, it's going to come upon you unawares. And you don't want that, because that's how it's going to hit Jake. It says, "For more things are shewed unto thee than men understand." So there it is. So even times when we're able to receive it, because it's plain to the righteous and a stumbling block to the wicked, but even with that, we still apply the thought process of humility. Like, even though what's shown unto us, we've been able to receive it, understand it, but even small things that you may have, the majority of the world don't. The majority of the world don't. So this is why the basic tenets of doctrine is extremely important within this walk. And you don't always want to be just a Mr. Deep guy. There's things that ain't got to always go so deep. It's plain. It's simple. It is what it is. Remember, there's simplicity within Yahushua. You don't got to complicate things, So now that we said that, let's see, where do we want to go from here? Got a lot of information, but just wanted to do this quick lesson. So from there, let's hit this. 2 Ezra 15. And you know what? Let's treat ourselves. Let's go into the GNT today. Okay. So look, additional prophecies. So this is why having the full roll is important, because you could be doing math and it looks like you got the right answer. It looks like the right answer, but you don't have the right variable. Okay. Just like with math, you think you got the right answer. I'm sure of it. I'm telling you. No, you're lacking a precept. Through that precepts, we get understanding. You see? Let's see here. Let's put, why can't everyone understand basic math? I'm just curious what AI will say. Nothing for me. Yeah. I can't understand math no matter how hard I try. See? So using the angle of math at, look, 44, is it, matter of fact, since 44, from there, let's get Revelations. What is that? 7 or 14? Let me see here. See? So this song that we're being able to sing so easily, okay, is not 14. Is not easily sung by other Israelites. So this is not a brag. This is not a boast, but this is very important for us to understand, okay? So basic, what we would call basic math, the basic teachings of the doctrine that's been given to us through our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, not every other Israelite is going to look at it as easily comprehensible as you do, okay? What is that? Let me do this right here. Pure to the righteous, stumbling block. Block unto the wicked. Let's see what comes up. There it is. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy. Man, I'm just getting it. It's just clicking. I'm able to understand what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Well, that's also part of the fruit in the spirit that resides with Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 11 and 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse. This is talking about Yahweh Shai. And a branch shall grow out of his roots. Oh, that's spiritual. Because and I want to, what is it? Is it Isaiah 53? I got to go back over it. But it speaks about Adam being the tallest tree. Okay, referring to Adam on the scene, but Adam was Yahweh Shai. Okay, but then it says he will be as a tree planted by waters. All right, so you got to be rooted in. And the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, and shall make him of quick understanding. See? So this thing is about a quick understanding, a light bulb effect, a switch. And then when that happens, then you're able to break things down like a basic math problem. All right. So it says, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after his sight, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. So the point we wanted is this thing is about quick understanding. Okay, it's about quick understanding. Now let's go back to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 39 and 24. As his ways are plain or quickly received unto the holy, unto the righteous, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. So they can't solve these prophetic math questions. And that's going to be a major, major problem when that question arises in front of them, or when that prophecy takes place. They don't even know what it took to get here, what to do after, how they work around it. So it's a very important thing to lay hold to prophecy, which it says the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, so you're able to say, well, that plus that is going to lead to that. And this is why we're looking ahead. Okay, we're looking ahead. We're seeing how the current government right now of Babylon, all right, starting with their king Nero, they are creating a lot of flames for the general public of people, which is going to lead to more uproars. So see how we can look at these things, and then the answers we're given are also prophetic. So we're adding this plus this, you know. So now from there, let's go to this in the G&T, additional prophecies, coming disaster. See, the Lord says, proclaim to my people the prophetic message that I will give you. So we're here to give you the message. We're here to give you the answer. We're not here to leave it up for debate. We're literally telling you the answer. And then we're also explaining how this plus this equals that answer. See, that's a blessing. Okay. And that's what proves the Lord is still having compassion on his people, because even though the secrets were given, they are also being announced publicly. Now, when you go to 2 Chronicles 36 and 15, it speaks about the relationship between Israel and the prophets, even up to this very day. Okay, see, 2 Chronicles 36 and 15, just like a teacher in school. Who are the most, and I'm going to say this, who was the most rudest, annoying students in school? Jake, and I was one of them, you know. And a part of that can also be because, we are intelligent people. This is why there's such an attack on our spirit and minds to dumb us down, keep us loose and through. So, but you have brothers, that always had this spirit of, easily going through school, no problems. You get what I mean. But at the end of the day, I was a problem child, because it might have not been challenging enough. So having this information as knowledge is a blessing now, compared to just the public schooling. But the point that I wanted to make with that is you have Jakes that always give the teacher a problem. Let's put it bad students in class, in math class. All right. And they better show a Jake. Let me see. A Bass. What's this? Bass most likely refers to bachelor or plot. Man, AI do too much. It don't be keeping shit simple, man. All right. So look, we're supposed to be in class like this, Remember newborn babes, newborn babes. I raise my hand. I have a question, but you got Jake. They come in. They act like a know-it-all. That's why your ass gets kicked out. You were in class, but really that class is you've been invited to the wedding. So carry yourself correctly. Be in the right spirit. It says, who's the greatest in kingdom? The young lad that he put in the middle of them. But you got a lot of Jakes that are unruly. They don't even know how to break the question down, and they're proud. That's why they get kicked out. So we've been given the position of authority as teachers. See, as teachers. So we're teaching. All right, let's wrap this up. 2 Chronicles 36. Did you see that? Let me go back here. All right, let's go like this. And I didn't even get to read this song. Let me go here though. 2 Chronicles 36 and 15. It says, and the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people. So if we're out teaching still, that means the Lord still has compassion on his people. So when there's a famine of hearing the word, that means the compassion that the Lord initially had for his people is now gone. Okay? If you ain't of the elect, it says, and on his dwelling place, but they mocked the messengers, just like a problem child in class, but they mocked the messenger and despised his words. They don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear the answers, nor they want to hear how the work you put in to get those answers. Okay. And despised his word and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy. See? So teachers have been put out here, and they're walking you through the problem, breaking it down for you, helping you, doing multiple lessons on an in particular prophecy that you may need to understand, explaining how this comes to that, just like a teacher would in basic math. And what happens? Unruly, vain talking, want to do it themselves. So, hey, now you got to go take the final exam. You got to go take the final test, okay, and see if your answers will allow you to pass, okay? So that's what we're praying on, is we have the right answers, and what we are putting in, okay, we're going to be able to receive that reward, Let's see what else we got in here. I just want to make sure I hit all the points. I didn't really have nothing written down. I just had a title, I just had a title. So, let me see. There anything in here? Anything in here? There's a little bit in here. Let's get a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. You can really just start at one, man. Serious. But okay. So what plus what equals prophecy? So I'm just looking for in particular talking points that we can use. Okay. Right here. Let's start at 14. All right. It says the world and Second Ezra 15 and 14 in the GMT, the world and the people in it are doomed. Okay, but what plus what is going to equal them being doomed? Well, ultimately will be the third world's woe. So even that example, you have to go through the precepts and find, okay, we need Ezekiel 38 plus Jeremiah 51 and 45. Okay, and that could lead to prophecy, meaning Ezekiel 38, Magog, Gomer, Turkey, Russia, Iran, all right, Persia, okay, and then if I'm not mistaken, it's Jeremiah 51 and 45, but I could just put this, least to the flock. Look at that right there. Huh? Look at that. Thank you, Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashim Rakakwadash. Look at that right there. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. See, we don't need AI. We got the Holy Spirit. Okay, so it's Jeremiah 50 and 45, Jeremiah 49 and 20. See, got to double check myself, qualify my statements, and make sure what I'm saying is correct. And then that's what listeners got to do. They got to follow up with that as well. But the point is, so I'm just giving you an example, okay? So you could plus Ezekiel 38 plus Jeremiah 49 and 20 equals destruction. It's math. It's that simple, okay? You add this plus this equals boom, big bada boom. All right. So now this is how you learn precepts, and this is how you learn. Oh, okay, I get it. The war that will look. I didn't even know I did not know the second line went to war. That proves that we're being inspired through the Holy Spirit. Okay, the war that will bring their destruction is very near. See, so then you read this precept, then you're able to go through other precepts to say that plus that will lead to that. Okay, Right. He said 2/3 have to go to thermonuclear summer school. Woo! That's terrible, man. That's a terrible fate that they were predestined. It says natural brute beast made to be taken and destroyed. That's a woo. Let's keep going. Excuse me. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. See, there will be great political turmoil. That's all happening right now, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. So now with the tariff situation, which is causing a lot of pressure on the average citizen in Babylon, it's going to lead to a bigger disdain of those in power, and then that's going to lead to what? Second Ezra 9, uproars of the people, and then the uproars of the people going to lead to what? He'll shall speak as a dragon because he knows he has a short time. So that's what? Jeremiah 30, Jacob's trouble. So see how you can just apply the simple tenets of math pertaining to the scriptures, and you could just walk down the outcome. You can walk it down. Okay, that plus that plus that. So if that ain't there and that ain't there, I don't got a trip right now. I'm waiting. I want it, but let me just keep working, pay my bill, do what I got to do. But in the back of my mind, I'm waiting for the right situation to say that's going to equal the prophecy. That is a window of opportunity. That means we're on our way out of here. So this is why we take these signs so important. This is why it's extremely important. Understanding the doctrine, understanding the prophecies, and having the precepts to back it up so that you can see the answer too. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. All right. There's more to read. Look at all this. Look at all this good prophecy. Look at all this. There's a lot. So we were waiting for this and this. So then when we read that, you go, wow, it's right there. And then it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. See? So just want to do that quick lesson, just a quick hit. So I pray this was enlightening, edifying, okay, and it was able to receive simply, okay, not a simple, okay, that's what it's about. So I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and also like to say double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I've learned this truth from. And I'd also like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. And with that being said, shalom.